You made it. You made it. You made it. Week 17, you made it. This is it. We're done after this. The last week of the fantasy football season regardless. I don't care what your rules are. Let's get this music out of here. Or, you know what? Let's start this thing over from the top. You made it, Carl. Start my theme song over. Let's go back. We're going to hear for 2 hours today. Week 17, I'm hanging right here. This is all about you guys. What's going on, Carl? What's going on, Orangel Ruiz and Santiago? What's going on? You guys are new. Carl, you've been here, man. I see you. I shouted you out in the chat below. Tanner, I hope you see your name below in the chat below. It's all about you guys, baby. Week 17, we did it. We did it. Woo! It's been a year. Happy New Year, Tans. Happy New Year, Carl, Santiago, Orangel. Happy New Year, boys. I got my glow. I got my sunny glow as the heat comes in on this beautiful New Year's Eve Sunday. Hey. Hey. Oh, John P., you are out here. Blessed. Welcome, welcome. I'm gonna get some shouts out. I gotta get some text out, some tweets out, do some promo. We have a great show today. Chill music now. Daniel Tomasi, my man. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the show. This is week 17. Switching it up a little bit because it's over. This is the season finale. This is what it is. My man, starting super bad, 12-4. Thanks to who? Thanks to what? We're so out here. If you have my number, call me, tell me what song sums up your fantasy football season. I'm going to make you sing it. We're going to try this. I don't know if this is going to work. It's week 17. I'm doing this for 2 hours. I'm hanging out. We're talking backups. We're talking rests. We're talking tweets. We're talking weather. And then we're doing some DraftKings Millie stuff to close it out. And, you know, we'll get out here a little early. We'll go have a nice, beautiful Sunday. And then we'll ring in the new year safe and healthy like you know we always do. Oh, God, it's such a blessing to be here with you on that was your name, Carl. Did you see it at the bottom? That's it. That's what we do. Everybody that came and supported us this year that I can remember, I shouted out in the bottom, and I can add to it if you guys, yeah, boy. Man, I really appreciate you guys showing up week in, week out. I'm trying to get these. Let me get my promo out, and we can get rolling on this couple weeks. Obviously, we got to talk about the teams that are resting their starters. So you talk about the Rams. So you'll have no Goff, you'll have no Gurley, you have no Whitworth. What's the point? Cup's gonna sit. So we have a lot of problems there. Steelers, no Brown, obviously. No Ben. No Bell. Chiefs, no Smith, no Kelsey. Tyreek Hill's gonna sit. Kareem Hunt's gonna sit. This is where we are. This is where we are. Coldplay, Fix You. Oh, if you want to call in and sing it, Tanner, I'll put you on. I think I can make this work. I hope it works. I've never tried it, but I got a bunch of songs. I saw this thread yesterday and I just ripped off like 5 songs. I was like, this is honestly way too fun to not do. what song sums up your season. And if you call up my show and sing "We Are the Champions," I will ban you and delete you from my contacts. That is so true. Don't get it twisted. Okay, so the texts are out. The tweets are out. Now we got to send the texts out. Chaho, chaho. So no Steelers, no Chiefs, no Rams. Doug Marrone coached the Jaguars. He said he would start his starters today. He didn't say anything about his starters finishing. So I'm interested to see what happens if we get to a point where the Titans are up 2 scores. Carl, you can't call me. If the Titans are up 2 scores, why would the Jaguars keep risking their starters, especially their young starters on defense? Because when you talk about a young defense, when you talk about young guys in general, young NFL players, you got to remember the fantasy football, the collegiate season is 14 games, right? So these guys are, and the high school season is 12 games. So these guys are already in the midst of the longest football season of their careers. I think that's pretty big when it gets to like, hey, Kevin, what's going on? First time here. You tweeted me last night saying you'd answer Brady versus Garoppolo. First of all, Kevin, welcome to the Checkdown. This is week 17. We are so out here. We take questions every day. I'm live. I'm on Twitter right now in my text doing my promo for the show because we just started. We go live. As far as Brady versus Garoppolo, I can see a world where Brady plays the whole game and lights up the Jets. However, I happen to think that is not going to happen today. I would like to see Jimmy Garoppolo against a depleted Rams team that has nothing to play for. When you think about the Rams, Venezuela in the house, Orangel, thank you. When you think about the Niners Rams, do you remember the last time they played? Brian Hoyer almost put up 400 and was looking like an all-star. That became the Thursday night game of the year. So the 49ers know how to score on a healthy Rams defense. Now we take away Aaron Donald, right? We take away, they didn't have a good run defense to begin with, and we take away the best, maybe the best defensive player in football. I think the 49ers are going to have a great day. I also think this time next year, we're going to talk about Jimmy Garoppolo as matchup proof. He's doing so many things that work in that offense. He's not taking deep shots, but he's getting into the red zone constantly, and that's going to give you some positive touchdown regression, because if you're down there enough, you're going to get in. See last week, Jacksonville. So would I worry about the red zone touches? Yes, but I would do the same thing with Brady. And the verticality, Brady doesn't have the same verticality. So I would do Garoppolo over Brady. I know it sucks. My fantasy team name is Garoppolo Fan in the championship. Nostalgia plays a part. With Brady going for home field, I worry. Yeah, but Brady's going against the Jets. I totally understand. The Jets aren't so bad against Brady. I know you're going to kill me. He's like, oh, I benched Tom Brady in the championship. But I do think Jimmy Garoppolo is a very solid start. Let's just look at the last time Brady played the Jets. You down? Boom. Does that get trippy? Whoa. All right, we're getting Brady's pro reference page because I just want to make sure he didn't torch the Jets. It's not that he's... The Jets are missing players too, but I just don't think it's going to be that kind of Tom Brady game. I also think Tom Brady's hurt, y'all. I've been seeing Tom Brady the last couple games. He doesn't look good. His deep ball doesn't look good. He's going down a lot. Jets, 20 of 38, 2-1, 80 rating. Nothing special at all. And a close game, by the way, with McCown in tow for the Jets. So I don't think that's necessarily going to be the same way this week. I understand the hesitation of going with Garoppolo. We got a weather report here. I just want to check this out because I was reading it before the show started. I also think the Falcons' defense is pretty good, Carl. But I also saw them get worked in New Orleans. I'm just worried about them, but I know at home they'll be better. I'm thinking about going Matt Ryan with my DraftKings stack. I'm pretty much all about DraftKings today, guys, because it's Week 17. I have a Week 17 title, but the roster's pretty much gutted. So these are the cold games. It's just cold games. No snow and just icy weather conditions. Who cares? Who cares? Gallman or Crowell, neither great, but ESPN projects both of them with 12, so trying to figure out. I'm going with Garoppolo. My man, going to save that as one of my last advices of the year. I go into my notes folder and I give the advice. Yeah, I get you, Carl. I also respect the Panthers as a playoff team, so When it comes to Gallman Crow, I actually think Crow is scorching hot right now. If you were in PPR, however, I do think Gallman, sorry, this is so hard to watch. I do think Gallman is a much sturdier PPR play. I think he can catch 6-7 balls easy. When it comes to Crow, though, Crow's playing the really, really good football, and the Steelers resting and minus Shazier, they've been super vulnerable on the ground. So I think could be a very good Crow game, who's had some of the best games of the year the last couple weeks. Had a great average, too, getting great yards per tote. Copying in some of my advertisements to my friends. I gotta bother everyone about this. So today's all going to be about DraftKings, DFS, bringing down the lineups, less so much about the matchups. Don't start Hopkins, Carl, because DeAndre Hopkins is not going to play today. And we're going to hang out. This is about you guys, man. It's been a whirlwind year. I never did this. I'll hang on and check the rest of the show for sure. Kevin, you my dog, man. Thank you. I didn't really realize that nobody was going to call, but I knew it was week 17, so we're hanging out, man. I got, it's been a crazy season, made a lot of wrong predictions, kicked a lot of people out of the play. I'm just kidding. As Kevin comes in, he's like, all right, I'll watch the rest of the show. All right, now I'm going to show you the list of people that I have failed this season. Yahweh! Just kidding. This has been a really, really fun season. We made a good amount of money. We've been having a great time. The chat's had some great moments. If you see your name on the bottom, you've had a real impact on the show. In the chat, just being a member of the Checkdown community. We're going to keep it going next year. Kevin, if you haven't seen this is our emoji board, Kevin. Super Chat has a feature where you can make a microtransaction. You could pay me, and it'll show up in the chat. So if you Super Chat, you get something drawn on this board, and you can answer anything you want. And this was such a fly by the seat of your pants idea that really took. And it's just one of the best parts of our show, just to incorporate that randomness. Feliz Navidad, Oranel. Thank you so much. Oranel, do they have fantasy football in Venezuela? Are you here just chilling out, repping the V? Or are you getting in on some football today? That's what I want to know. I think I'm going to start Julio too. Carl, I'm actually thinking about a Matt Ryan Julio stack for my DFS today. It's like to win $1 million, because I just think that we're due for that big Julio game. I think the Falcons need it. I think he had that drop tote against Carolina the last time they played, and he's been thinking about it. I just have a lot of good Julio vibes today, because honestly, it would be so, thank you, Rob. It would be so fitting. It would be so fitting for Julio to explode when 99% of fantasy seasons are over. That would just be, that's the icing on the Julio cake. I don't know why this is icing. That's weird. But that's, something tells me that Julio Jones wants the ball today. And if the Falcons are going to make the playoffs, it's going to be on the backs of Julio. Dude, listen, Julio has 3 of the top 10 games of any receiver of all time on the planet. So if you're putting him on your lineup, you're getting 60-point upside. So I'm paying for it. But I also think that when we get into DFS construction in the next 20 minutes or so, we're going to look and see that because there are so many cheap options because of what the lineups have looked like today. Yeah, exactly. Landry freaking Jones. Because the lineups are so cheap because there's so many backups, we're going to be able to spend real big on some talent. So I like what's looking up for us in the future. Let's hang out here for a couple more minutes, talk about New Year's, talk about our life. I can't wait for the ball to drop. We have all our games at 1 and 4 today. That is amazing. I just get to chill and just watch football and then go about my life, which is ideal. I get to live like a real West Coaster today. 7 o'clock. I don't got to give a damn about football. I just get to care about drinking and chilling and New Year's and party. That's the song I made up. If you have a song you'd like to sing to me, call the show and just tell me what song represents your fantasy football season. I got a bunch, man. I got a bunch. You know what I was doing though? Earlier this week, it was the old that Nelly Tim McGraw classic. 'Cause it's all in my head. I think about it over and over again. And I can't shake it, and I can't shake it, because I was just filled with regrets over my fantasy lineups last week. We were ripping some DFS big money stuff, and we left a lot of points on the floor, and we doubled down the research this week, and I think about it over and over again. That's where I'm at. So that's one to start you guys off with. But this week, we're going for another milli. We don't stop. We keep grinding. We hustle hard. So I'm with it. I'm with it if you're with it. Stick with me. We'll make our picks. And in the last hour, I'll close the show early and go try to win $1 million and pick up some booze for the day. Carl, where are you that we named all the top players last week in our research? That's so true. We named all the top players last week. So it's funny. The Tennessee Titans were a top 5 defense. I think they were 3rd in rushing heading into Sunday. The Titans were entering last week. They were a top 5 rush defense. Because of what Todd Gurley did to them, they are now 11th in rushing. I feel like they've been bumped all the way out of the top 10 just from the sake of lining up against Todd Gurley for 50 minutes. Unbelievable. We said Gates, we said Fitz. I tell you what, I'm saying Fitz today. I get Fitz against a banged up Seattle secondary in possibly his last game, but definitely Bruce Arians' last game. So the last time Bruce Arians and Fitz are going to be together. Huck, Chuck, Huck, Chuck. Talk about emptying the bullets today. Ooh, wee, ooh, wee. Oh yeah, Carl, if you're with family, just do it, dude. Just keep the phone open. I had my family Hanukkah party a couple weeks ago for fantasy playoffs, and I was legitimately screaming at Jamison Crowder touchdown. And my family's like, are you going to live? And I was like, I might die, but you'll have some money to spend. Shout out. Did you just say should out? He did call Gates, but I called Ebron, and Ebron was the #1 tight end. So get the fuck out of here. Family show. Sorry, it's a family show. I might go. I've got a feeling. My running back Ingram. I've got a feeling is another good song to sum up your fantasy football season. Ooh, Daniel Tomasi. Oh, Robert, that's a Twitter question. Sorry, I got you, man. Gio Bernard or Fournette. So if it's standard, I like Fournette, and if it's PPR, I like Gio. I think that's a very fair line to hold on. You let me know. Gio's gonna get work, not all the work, but definitely the third down back out of the backfield work. Fournette, I'm worried about his ankle and them keeping him in and extended minutes and playing 4 quarters. I just worry more about that. So definitely more upside for Gio. Salvation Gaming. Hilton Crowder Cole or Crowder Diggs Cole. I like Hilton Crowder Cole. The Texans secondary is all sorts of banged up. With Diggs, he got a touchdown last week, but he just hasn't been as consistent. Obviously, he's been heating up, but personally, I think Thielen has a bunch of contract incentives he's trying to hit today. So if Mike Zimmer's a cool dude, he'll feed the ball to Thielen. But overall, I would take the talent with the first stack. Hilton Crowder Cole is a more talented, more upside, better PPR, more active. Those are the #1 targets on 3 offenses. What about, yeah, dude, it's Rob, damn it. I think about it over and over again, and I hurt so bad. It hurt so bad losing that money when we were literally 1 touchdown away from winning it, and we had Zeke going into the end zone. If Zeke gets a 2-yard touchdown, he gets 6 plus the 100-yard bonus. So it's like a 9-point score. What's going on, Ben? And so we completely just missed the mark. The difference between winning over $2,000 and losing $1,000 is really, really disheartening. But especially disheartening when teams are actively calling the wrong plays from the 2-yard line. Like when Jason Garrett looks at me in the eyes and says, "Listen, Rick, it's just not happening for you today." That's something I'm going to have to accept. Keelan Cole rolled his ankle. We're going to get Blake Bortles, king of garbage time, and then Blake Bortles rolls his... Blake Bortles, king of garbage time, and then Keelan Cole rolls his ankle. Great, man. Great. Sick. Dope. Lit. John. He was beasting, though. I nailed that pick. Holler. What you going to do? I nailed Keelan Cole and I nailed Deion Lewis. I feel good about that. I might go back to both this week. Not super high on Bortles, but I do think that Tennessee's Derrick Henry and Keelan Cole is a correlation play, running back and opposing wide receiver. But, I mean, Cole could roll his ankle again, and he just... You know what's good? Rob, O'Shaughnessy had a bunch of targets last week, so maybe we can plug in O'Shaughnessy as like a minimum. What do you mean that's why I have a show? Keelan Cole, minimum. O'Shag Hennessy, minimum play today. Let's catch up with the chat. I'm still salty over last week. Ingram, I also believe, could have a big day today, going for All-Pro. Case Keenum or Jameis Winston? Danielle Tomasi. I like Jameis because I think he's going to have to keep pace in that game. Jameis did really good trailing last week, feeding Mike Evans. The principle. Jameis took care of business last week, over 300, moved the ball around. When his team couldn't run the ball, he was moving, and I think that is important for this week. I think he's going to be better than Case Keenum, who's kind of cooled off and leaned on the run game. I don't expect them to blow away the Bears. I expect the Bears to play tough in their last game of the season. Let's catch up. Happy to all. Kisses and abrasive. Abrasive, maybe, Venezuela. Good year, man. Need to keep 2. Green, Cooper, Ajayi, Hyde, Coleman, Ertz, Bortles. Non-PPR keeper question. Okay, let's read these again. Keeping 2 non-PPR. Green, Cooper, Ajayi, Hyde, Coleman, Ertz, Bortles. Well, I need to know what you'd lose, because I talked to a guy on Twitter this week who said, no matter who I keep, that's my first round pick. So obviously I would rather have him keep Le'Veon Bell over Deshaun Watson. One of his keepers was Deshaun Watson, and the other was like a legitimate tier 1 guy. And I was like, if you're going to lose a first round pick, you can't do that with Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson's not going to go in the first round next year, no matter how good of a season he had. He's just coming off an ACL tear. So I need to know what your penalties are for keeping that, Ben. Malarkey in danger of getting fired. Damn, that's crazy. Gronk, Brady, Garoppolo on my team. My league freaked out on me. I franchised Garoppolo over everyone, so I guarantee him next year. That is awesome, dude. That's the Garoppolo team. Kevin, you should have, man, you could have been here all year. You're late, man. It's week 17. That's awesome. I want a pure Garoppolo homer on our squad. I'll add you to the bottom if you need to. Rob, Kevin, no, we got it. Salvation Gaming, Kenyon Drake should also be someone good going against the Bills' run defense. I agree. I think that they're going to lean on Drake a lot. Especially this is Cutler's last game of his NFL career. There's like 0 chance he comes back next year. So we'll see what happens. The way the Bills play zone, because the Dolphins don't take a lot of deep chances, it makes me a little bit nervous. I think that there's a chance we see Matt Moore in this game, and for that, then it's like big time Kenyon Drake dump off time. So Kenyon Drake, LaShawn McCoy going against each other isn't a bad play. I think Shady's going to have a really good game too. Case Keenum QB, Freeman, Jordan Howard, Julio, Sammy, Tavon, Gates, Sanu, Steelers D, Matt Bryant. Carl, I like that. And you franchise Julio. I like that, Carl. You get the light. You get a good value for next year. You got good youth. Tavon Austin can probably go. Just reading which coaches are getting fired on my Twitter notifications, y'all. That's a good lineup. After Brown and Hopkins brought me to the championship, who can I bench out of Diggs? Who do I bench out of Diggs, Crowder, Cole? Asks Robert Bruno. Okay, so I'm nervous on Crowder. Crowder's been getting touchdowns the last 2 weeks, but he hasn't been getting the target volume that I expected at the beginning of the year. Ben McAdoo, super fired. How did I get the hiccups 26 minutes into the show? Get out of here. Anyway, Josh Doxson had 12 targets last week. Why? Wow, Kevin, that's amazing. That's hilarious. I want to read that again when I finish Robert's question. So Diggs, Crowder, and Cole, it's really tough, man. Diggs is going against the Chicago secondary that stiffened up a little bit, but has also not played like anybody important, and their season's over, and their coach is going. I think out of upside, I would keep Diggs and I would keep Cole. Crowder had a good game against the Giants on Thanksgiving, though. Yeah, that's dope. That Jimmy G story is super duper dope. That is so awesome. Diggs, Crowder, Cole. The Giants defense is what's that word with the S and a C? Facsimile? Faxmile? It's not what it used to be. It ain't what it used to be. Kevin, I had to open my old Facebook from 8 years ago where I said, just watched a high school kid named Jimmy G and he will be the next best thing. Had to open old Facebook to prove it to people. That is so cool. That's one of the better I told you so's I've ever seen. I'm very excited at the prospects of you being the guy. And you know what? You should make a scout resume and start sending your scout resume out to 32 NFL teams because you got the gift. You got the gift, Kev. Kev, I don't know what it is, but you've got it. And you need to harness it. That is so cool. Let's look at DraftKings. So this is a spreadsheet that I have for this week. This is this week. Let's see if we can't like make things a little bigger. Yeah. You can see it a little bit better. Okay, so on my right side, let's make a line here. So these are the games on the top right? And these are the left. On the left side is every player and every price. I read it out, guys, who aren't playing so we can get a good idea of who the value, where people are going to put their money. And then down here, I have some facts and some best buys and some guys that I think are going to get nice today. Sorry, let's go up. Josh Doxson, though. Had 12 targets, but he didn't do anything, but it was against Denver. But he scored, but it was against a busted coverage, so literally anybody would have scored. So, man, it's rough. Ben won't pick until the late first round. Just need the best two guys out of that list. I think Ajayi will get enough touches to be a top running back. I do think Ajayi is going to be a workhorse, but I also, like, the reason we didn't take Ajayi this year when he was on the Dolphins is because he has no knee cartilage. Ben, this is Jay Ajayi's knee. It's just bone on bone. I literally said this to you, and I look at your picture like we're making eye contact. I am an idiot. But this is Jay Ajayi. I'm like, it's so stupid. Week 17, y'all. This is Jay Ajayi has no knee cartilage. It is just grinders on roto grinders. And that is not built to last. So if I had to keep a guy, as in maximum value, I don't think it would be Ajayi. I do think Amari Cooper just had a bad season. Like, I do think Amari Cooper is going to be an insane... Amari Cooper is going to have that girly drop next year where someone gets him in the third and everyone's like... Burp, and then he completely has a monster season. Jay Ajayi is just shifty and he loves contact, but if your knee is not 100%, I don't know why you seek out contact like that. And it's non-PPR. I would say Cooper or Green and Hyde. Personally, I think, Carlos Hyde could be a monster next year. If Jimmy G stays, Carlos Hyde is going to be a monster next year. And so he's going to go right back into 10 to 15 in terms of draft picks, 10 to 18. Crazy. And yes, Rob, you get Amari Cooper and Crabtree back next year, and then you get possibly John Gruden as your coach with, I don't know, Rob, if you heard about who he's looking at, QB coach, who Rob's looking at, who Gruden's got to connect for QB coach, and it's mother flipping Rich Gannon. Rich Gannon and Jay Gruden back in Oakland would be crazy. I just can't sleep. So, Cooper, Green, Hyde, those are my three. Probably Ertz after that. Bortles is in a contract year, and I don't think that... I mean, we saw flashes of it this year, but as far as quarterback, you can always wait on a quarterback. We're talking about elite league-winning talent. Has to come from the running back or wide receiver position. We've seen it so many times in previous years. Elite flex talent that nobody else has that we can maximize. That's how we do it. Charles Woodson, DC. Nice, dude. No. Gruden runs the defense. Gruden's a defensive coach, right? You know, Bill Callahan ran his offense, and then that's why Bill Callahan got the job when Gruden went to Tampa. Then Bill Callahan ran Nebraska into the ground. A couple other schools. The 49ers would be a fringe playoff team. This would be a massive game right now if the 49ers and if 49ers start Jimmy G. Let's say the 49ers, I don't know if you guys know how to read, but Bill Barnwell did a alternate reality NFL season this week. Very good read. In the article, he had Jimmy G gets traded at the beginning of the season, and so the Pats don't trade Brissett because they can't. They need him as a 2. So the Colts rock Tolzien all year and get the first pick. And the Niners get hot and then like cool off. And they finish like around 8-8, 9-7. Yeah, they get like the 6th seed. It was awesome. It was awesome. Their defense is playing right. I do not endorse Malcolm Brown today for that reason. I think the Niners defense is plenty fine, especially up front. The Niners run defense has been real good. Wait. Gruden is a QB guru. Well, he does the QB camps, but I feel like he's a defensive guy, right? So what would happen to the Browns? Well, in that something happened in that alternate reality that pushed the Browns to like, yeah, the Colts but the Browns just win a couple more games. I don't remember how. Honestly, I just don't remember how. But I distinctly remember the Colts getting the first pick because of Scott Tolzien. And 100%, if Scott Tolzien was their quarterback, oh my God, would it have been a brutal season. But I also think that if you bench Kaiser and maybe stick with Hogan, they'd be in a little bit better shape. I don't know if Baker Mayfield's the guy for Cleveland just because Cleveland's in disarray, man. Cleveland doesn't have it together. So if you don't have your organization together, how are you going to keep your quarterback on track? It's a Manziel thing. Baker Mayfield is not Manziel, but there are things about him that you can't say aren't Manziel-esque, like Hundo P, like all over it. Kevin Reed with a Carmazzi reference. Rob, look at you found another 49ers fan in the chat. That is amazing. The Carmazzi reference. The Browns, I don't think they need attitude. They need a better coach. Their coach sucks. And they're going to stick with him, which I do not understand. Baker Mayfield is... You can't just bring your collegiate edge to the NFL. It's humbling. You can't just bring your 23-year-old edge to a locker room full of 28, 29-year-old guys. How do I know? I'm 28, and I don't buy anything any 23-year-old tells me, ever. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. All right, let's reset. I close my windows because the breeze is starting to get in. It's like wafting. It's like 25 out, but it's like 60 in this room, and it's causing some things. I think I'm going to die. Speaking of coaching sucks. Local news today says they are not sure what will happen with Marvin Lewis. The fans in the city want him gone. Marvin Lewis said he's gone, right? Marvin Lewis said he's not coming back next year. They're not firing him. He said he's not coming back next year. Ooh, Browns picked Deshaun Watson and the Texans picked Myles Garrett. Well, that'd be an embarrassment of riches for the Texans. You'd probably see them trade J.J. Watt, which I don't know who would take J.J. Watt's salary and his injury risk. Hey, Tanner, what's going on? Little Schwitz, Mega Schwitz, little back Schwitz, little leg Schwitz. Yeah, thigh Schwitz. Can you? It's so weird. So weird. I'm so sorry I did that, guys. Deshaun Watson's probably the most interesting player of this whole 2017 season because when you talk about who's going to make a most impact heading into 2018, it's got to be him. Because if he is healthy and recovers from a torn ACL the same way he started his rookie season, the Texans are an 11-win team minimum and the best team in the AFC South, and it's not even close. Even if Andrew Luck comes back better than he was before, the Texans are far better than the Colts. Watson would have easily been Rookie of the Year. Watson's Rookie of the Year, then you don't pay Lamar Miller, you keep Alfred Blue, you sign a cheap running back, you got DeAndre Hopkins, you have a legitimately stacked defense, like a legitimately loaded defense. And you got Shane Leckler, dog. Kamara's going to win Rookie of the Year now, I think, but you cannot tell me Deshaun Watson. Dude, Deshaun Watson was putting up consecutive 5-touchdown games, including one against Seattle. Like, you can't do this. No, if you're gonna give it to a running back, you have to go Kamara, then Kareem Hunt, then honestly above Kareem Hunt, Christian McCaffrey's about to set some records for receptions today. Christian McCaffrey is out here as far as rookie receptions. He shattered the Panthers record, but he's coming up on the NFL record. He might have he might chase the NFL anybody record. He's going to catch 90 balls. Dalvin Cook was better than Kamara, but you didn't know Kamara yet. So you're projecting Dalvin Cook's not semi-mediocrity, but you're projecting a series of Dalvin Cook B performances, and then you got to remember just how good Kamara was in November. Kamara was insane in November. He was catching 9 balls a game. Carl, Dalvin better than Kamara is like not 100% true. Especially when you keep going. Kevin, did you hear that Sam Darnold may skip the draft to avoid Cleveland? I heard that, but I also heard earlier this year, before the NFL season really got rolling, that Sam Darnold was a risk to stay in school another year anyway. Sam Darnold's the kid that, like, grew up childhood dream playing for USC, like, never wanted to play for anybody else. Whereas, you know, Josh Rosen wakes up every day dreaming about being a New York Giant. Sam Darnold always wanted to be a Trojan. So now that Sam Darnold is a Trojan, he might want to stay and do something as a UFC, like make his mark as a USC quarterback. And also, he just ate it in a bowl game. So it comes down to legacy and how you want to be remembered. I think Sam Darnold has a good grasp of the recent quarterbacks at USC, and I think he wants to be remembered more like Carson Palmer and less like John David Booty. Right now, he's in John David Booty territory. He was good, but he hasn't won anything. He was a freshman hero and just hasn't progressed. Not regressed, just hasn't progressed. He's not getting much better as a quarterback. So that's where we are with those, with you know, Josh Rosen, oh, my heart. Josh Rosen, say you will. Just say you will. I pray you will. If Dalvin Cook did not get hurt, he will be better than Kamara. Carl, you can say that, but Kamara was catching 8, 9 balls a game. Kamara was putting up the same yardage output on half the touches as Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook, week 1 next year, Josh Rosen. NFL draft, first week. The second he gets drafted, I order it. It's over. The Rosen jersey is coming. You know what? I think I'm going to go to like Pristine Auctions when they're sponsoring the show next year and just get like a Rosen signed, a Rosen rookie. Oh my God. The Rosen signed rookie hanging up in the back. Number 7 Giants, number anything. I don't even care. Just get at me, Josh. Oh my God. Salvation Gaming. Salvation Gaming, you are speaking my language right now. It's so done already. I'm worried that the Browns are going to take him and then hold him hostage. The Giants would get, he would do it for free. Same last name. I would buy it off Pristine Auctions. Pristine Auctions is not that expensive. I can get something signed with Beckham's name on it right now for like $80. Like, you can get signed jerseys for less than the price of what the jersey should cost. You're not going to see Davis Webb today. I've been told from my sources that Eli Manning is going to take every single snap. What's the move for New Year's Eve? I don't know, Tanner. I'm chilling with my Willie P boys because Yaz is doing black tie. I figured you would have plans. We didn't talk about it. I got to try. My buddy just moved in. I got a buddy who just moved from Denville, from Massachusetts down to Denville, so I'm trying to find him plans. And get everyone that I like in a room so I don't, you know, go crazy. What's going on, Cambridge? No, Cambridge, don't do that, Cambridge. Cambridge, think about this. Would you rather have 5 to 6 years of a running back or 10 to 15 years of a quarterback? That's it. That's it. The shelf life of a running back just isn't what it used to be. Bigger, faster, stronger. And don't give me Adrian Peterson because it's one example in the history of the NFL. I don't want to hear it. Tanner, don't do it, man. Please don't. Call me if you need me. I'll be around. We have so many beverages today, and Barry Sanders only played 8 seasons, and his teams didn't win anything. So it's not a bad. Yes, that's 8 seasons of 1,000 yards. He was also the first person to do it. Tanner's brutal, Rob. We have beverages all over the place today. I forgot bottle opener up here. Oh no, we might have to watch Jew rankings and get the bottle opener. Oh my God, I would rather have offensive linemen from Texas. No, Salvation Man. We're talking about franchise for the future of a franchise. I understand what you're saying, but you don't. Offensive lineman can be good and not be all he's promised in after the draft. You know, ask the Dolphins. The Dolphins have wasted a decade of drafts on linemen, and it hasn't done anything for them. And they still don't know if Ryan Tannehill's the guy, and they still don't have a number 1 receiver. So why don't I set Josh Rosen up with the best receiver in football? And honestly, Wayne Gallman can play football. I'm done hearing about. I like Barkley. Trust me, I like Barkley, but I just don't think it's it. I just got a really nice lineup sent to me for DraftKings today. Stafford, Kamara, Lewis, Amendola, Doxson, Jones, Gates, Henry. That's really good. Is there any money left? Tunsil's awesome, but you got to think about they got other guys on that line that have not panned out. Eric Fisher, not panned out. The Jake Long, right? Didn't pan out. Robert Gallery, don't make me say it. So I'm looking at my buddy Dan's lineup right now. Stafford, can you see it? This is Stafford, Kamara, Deion Lewis, Amendola, Josh Doxson, Julio, Gates, and Derrick Henry. And there's a defense cut off. The defense is cut off. But I like this pick, but I also am a little anti some of the players on this team because of game script. Kamara I have a hard time with, but I understand Kamara could have a freaky naughty game, especially back out of the backfield against Tampa. Like, they can't do anything about that. They couldn't do anything about McCaffrey. Deion Lewis, good game. What's the weather like in New York? Because I wanted to play Crowder from Washington. Everywhere weather is good. It's light winds and it's cold, but there's no weather concerns today. It's just cold. For only 2,100. Sorry. Barkley Giants uniform would kill me. Cambridge, I don't think it's going to happen. We don't pay for running backs. We paid for David Wilson and it blew up in our face. Good thing we did not have choked OBJ. Better line, Tannehill at wide receiver. Nice, Greg. Nice, Greg in the mix. I love it. That's if we don't get they picked the pothead. Tunsil's good. I can't believe someone released that video on draft day. That was such a fun night. But wouldn't draft an O-lineman out with the second pick, so got to trade back a little. I think if you trade back, you can get the kids from Notre Dame too at the 10, but it's all about what are you going to get? What are you dipping down in the second round to get? If a team really needed a quarterback and didn't like Josh Rosen, the smart thing would be to trade back, take a lineman, take the Notre Dame kid or like the Texas kid if he falls, but I don't think he's going to fall that far. And then at the back end, the 2, you take someone like, oh my God, Mason Rudolph, you know? Or the guy from, who's the guy I watched in Washington last night? He sucks. I always forget his name because he's not Jake Locker. I want him to be Jake Locker in my head so bad. Oh, Niners D. There, yeah, 49ers D. 2100. No way. Trying to go through picks here. Here we go. What's the weather like? Because I have Crowder, 2100. Yes, Salvation. I've been going 49ers defense in a lot of my lineups just because it's 2,900. They stop the run. So I got to stop texting, guys. We're only here till 12 today. I got to stop texting. I'm going to fix my lineup for a bit. BRB. Well, just fix it with me, homie. We're hanging. So when it comes to quarterback, I definitely want to spend this week because I'm not spending at other positions. But getting burned on Cam is so bad. Like, getting burned on Cam last week was bad. But I truly believe this is a great spot for Cam, man. Against a Falcons team that really couldn't slow him down, that the Panthers are going to want to take the ball away from them, that both of these teams need. I know it's on the road, but it's in a dome. I think we got to do more research. Let's get Chrome up here. I am so scared of Austin. I have Doxson. Should I bench Austin and put Doxson in? Well, really, that's like a Kirk Cousins, Sean Mannion thing, so I would. I would never play Tavon Austin in 2017 fantasy football. I'm horrified. Nico! What's up, Nico? I should have got your name down at the bottom. Thank you so much for all your participation this year, hanging out, being a fan of the show. Man, you are one of the key parts of the reason this show is so successful this year. Baldwin Tate for RB2. Samaje Perine, Alex Collins, Mike Wallace for flex, non-PPR. Okay, this is easy. I like Baldwin over Tate. The Seahawks is a winner in, so they got to go for it. They got to go for it. And Tate, I'm down on Tate because Ebron has almost replaced Tate in the short passing game. Ebron's the most targeted Lions receiver 3 straight weeks. So I got no problem with Baldwin, and I like Alex Collins against a perfect-less Bengals defense. I think Alex Collins can really blow up today. Would I rather have Jamal Williams, 52, probably will have bulk of carries, or Gallman for 42, and hope he keeps up the catches? Well, personally, I like Jamal Williams because of the lack of sharing, right? The Giants are not really a running back centric team anyway, but the Packers don't have anybody. Jamal Williams is the you're gonna have Cobb out there. Jamal Williams is probably your second most talented Packer offensive player out there today. I'm hoping the Lions get ahead, and when the Packers were down 2 scores to the Browns, they check down to Jamal all second half. So I really like Jamal Williams. I'm thinking if I go Stafford, Marvin Jones, I can get Jamal Williams as kind of like a reverse correlation play, but I don't think it's super strong. Like, I'm thinking either Matt Ryan, Julio, or Stafford, Marvin Jones. That's really my big stat question right now. I'm really not 100% sold. So we're hearing, Carl, you can do that. I totally understand, but I gave you my reasons for Tate. We want big plays today, baby. We want touchdowns today. Doug Baldwin moves around, works in the slot. Patrick Peterson stays still. I had Patrick Mahomes in a lineup today, super cheap, but I'm worried about it. The rushing gives him a good floor, but man, Denver's defense is still Denver's defense, and it's still, Patrick Mahomes hasn't faced a real defense in like 6 months, and it was preseason, so that's a rough one. Gregory, what's going on, buddy? Gates, Clay, or Ebron today? I like all 3, to be honest, so it really depends on your price point. Gates has seen his workload increased, But to me, the most active and the most productive over the last few weeks has been Ebron. I mean, you got to reverse your own PR on it. Everyone's out for KC, you know, Partridge. So it's like, yeah, you got no Kelsey, you got no Hill. Those are for sure. So who's Mahomes gonna throw to? So if you like Demarcus Robinson, today's your guy. Is the Royal Rumble's not tonight though? The Royal Rumble's in a couple weeks, but I guess I won't have a show that day. I might have to do a Royal Rumble episode of the Checkdown, Fantasy Royal Rumble. So the ladies Royal Rumble, I don't like Becky Lynch. Ladies Royal Rumble, I will go chalk. And I will go, I want Sasha Banks in the Ladies Royal Rumble. She tends to do really well at pay-per-views. And I hate Becky Lynch because she opens her mouth and I can't understand a GD word she's saying. And Nakamura's a good pick. Nakamura's a good pick. Granted, when it comes to the male Rumble, I like guys who are willing to play a little dirty, to hide outside the ring for extended periods of time. Nakamura, very honorable guy. So I'm not 100% sold on that, but I think that that's pretty good analysis and some very reasonable picks. I'm gonna take a look at those odds in the next couple weeks, baby, and I'll put a wager. I was got Sasha Banks for men. I got Cena and Cena's in the male Rumble. Whoa. Cena. See, Braun is the kind of guy, Carl. Braun is the guy where they write the spot where 4 guys got to put him over. That's like the classic big guy Braun spot, right? It happens at every Rumble where or he's going over and he reverses it and puts like 3 people over. Braun's going to get some designated strongman spots the way that Kofi would always get the designated crazy escape, get back in the ring spots. I just think that they script those really heavily. They really, really lean into people's strengths for the Rumble. So I can't see Braun winning it, but I also, you know, that year when What's-His-Face took 19 people over the edge could easily happen. Oh, Kevin gets down on Rumble too. Yes, I love seeing who watches the Royal Rumble. Listen, even if you don't like wrestling, the Royal Rumble's flipping tight, man. The Royal Rumble is the Royal Rumble. You know what it is. You play video games. You know what it is. If you're a red-blooded American, sorry, my Venezuelan watchers. If you don't know what the Royal Rumble is, Google it. It's amazing. Ladies Royal Rumble, Oscar Paige. Oh, Paige is back. Damn, that's good. Paige is a good one because she needs a push real bad. Guys, Royal Rumble will be Roman to fulfill Vince's. Yo, Roman already got a Royal Rumble. I can't have Roman win another Royal Rumble, man. Oh my God, that other. I can't have Roman Reigns winning more Royal Rumbles. What's going on, Mateo? Give me your question, and let me eat this cue. I'm gonna eat you. Jameis got clowned every game since he's done that. Every team has eaten a W in his face since he did. Who else wants to suck on my fingers? All right, Malcolm Brown, Gallman, Akeem Hunt, Barber, Brandon Oliver, TJ Yeldon, Standard, 3rd championship in a row in my big league. Okay, Mateo, if it's PPR, I want Brown, Gallman, Hunt, Barber, Yeldon, Oliver. That's all of them. So they're all decent. Let's start nixing them. Standard. Okay. So let's start with matchups because this is purely a matchup show and it's matchups. I don't like Malcolm Brown's matchup at all. Niners have a very good run defense, shut down Fournette last week. Overall, very good. And the Rams don't give a fuck. And their best lineman is out. So no Brown. Gallman, I worry about the touches. He's been getting the lead. He's been getting the catches. But I very worry about the touches. Exactly, Mateo. So I'm trying to give you volume here. I want to get you touches. And that's why right now I like Akeem Hunt. Denver's defense is not all it's cracked up to be. And Mahomes is going to really rely on his running game because any young quarterback needs to. Dump-offs, screens. Akeem Hunt is a shifty guy who can break big plays. And honestly, in the next hour, I would like to hear more. I would like to hear something about Fournette in the next hour because I think Yeldon can have a huge day. What's going on, Nico? I saw you already. So I think Yeldon can have a big day, but I don't think his touches are going to be there. Brandon Oliver touches are not going to be there. Gordon's going to play. So when you get down to basements, you're looking at Barber, Hunt, Gallman, Brown, right? The Bucks can't run the ball. I watched that with my own eyes last week. And game script is bad for them. They're going to be chasing the Saints. So Charcandrick West is out. He's sick, Greg. Charcandrick West is sick. He's out. So you're looking at Brown, Gallman, Hunt for volume. And if it's standard, that has to be Brown, but I hate it. So I want Gallman because I truly think Gallman's got a better matchup and is going to get used. I just want it to be enough to give you those points here. But these are your basements. These are your matchups. And I think we can work with the knowledge. I think we can work with that. I think there's enough here that I've given you the tools to make your decision. All right, we're heading into the second hour. So I'm going to hit the theme song. I'm gonna play the Jewish Power Rankings clip because it was one of my favorite things this year. So everyone's here gonna watch a clip. Kevin, we did this at Comic-Con like a month ago, and Mateo, hang out, man, hang out. We're only going till 12. Just chill with us for the next hour. I'm about to pop off. It's about to be the millionaire hour. I'm about to drink, and my boss left, and we're gonna get it popping. So hang out with me. Head into the second hour. Posy vibes. Happy New Year. Don't go anywhere. I swear to God, do not go anywhere. I will be right back, and we will have more fun. Millionaire Hour coming up. We have a lot of value running backs we have to talk about. I got to put my lineups in. I want money. I want to play the early slate. I want to play the late slate. I've been researching football for 17 weeks. Why not get some paper? You feel me? We'll be back. This is the Checkdown. This is one of the more tremendous cosplays I've seen today.
Cosplay?
Sir, you showed up and you described your costume in one word to me, and I said, what are you? And you said,
I'm Jewish.
Hava Nagila. How about that? You're really repping here.
I am.
What's with these? What's with the boots?
I'm a professional wrestler.
Oh, really?
On top of being Jewish, I wrestle every weekend up and down the East Coast, internationally.
Okay.
I throw my hat at people. I hit people with bagels.
Oh my God.
My name is Matthias Glass, the Hasidic Outlaw.
Is that because Hebrew Hammer was taken? It just
I
seems
don't like that one.
Finish this sentence. Baruch atah Adonai.
No. I failed Hebrew. I am the Hasidic Outlaw for a reason. My family does not condone what I do.
This is a fantasy football show. Do you play?
No, I don't. I'm sorry.
Okay. Can you give me your top 5 Jews? We do power rankings. That's a big thing.
It's definitely not going to be in football.
No. Thank you. I got that.
All right. Goldberg from WCW.
Great pick. That's 5.
Jerry Seinfeld.
Great pick.
Yeah, Barbara Streisand, Don Rickles.
Top 5 Jews. We're doing top 5 Jews.
Larry David.
Can you cut a promo right now as the Matthias Glass? I'm here with Matthias Glass. He's got a big matchup against the indomitable Pope. Matthias, how do you plan on winning this matchup?
This Saturday, I'm going to be Jewish at UWA Elite. Listen, boy chick. I'm one of the chosen people. Not only am I one of the chosen people, I'm the chosen people's chosen person. At the end of the match, I'm going to hit you with the menorah punch. And then you're gonna get circumcised! Oi!
I can't believe you didn't think it was Jewish.
I don't know. Jews are very
Get
diverse.
out of here!
All right.
He's gonna be walking for 40 years. That was beautiful. That was one of the favorite things I did this year. A lot of Comic-Con stuff. We interviewed Gronk, interviewed Matt Forte. We had a really good year on the Checkdown, our first ever season. Play this theme song. We're gonna get into some real lineup construction right now in our last hour. We're only doing 2 hours today, boys. Hey, only doing 2 hours today. See, Russ isn't gonna be so bad. All right, boys. I love when it fades out. I love when it fades out. I don't know what to tell you. I love when it fades out. Okay, so we are set up for our last hour of the season, our millionaire hour, our last millionaire hour of the season. But first, I just want to say James White is out. Mateo, James White is out. James White is out. Gillisley is out. It is Dion Lewis and special teamer Brandon Bolden as the only active running backs for the Jets. So y'all have been amazing this year. Keeping the chat up. Keeping me alive. Going for championships. We've had so many titles. We raised a bunch of banners this year. And I think we ought to celebrate. And I know it's New Year's, but I just couldn't wait. So I got a couple of baby bells. And we're going to pop off. We're going to have a little check-down mimosa in our final hour of the year. And I'll take any questions you have. But I'm going to hang tight and build my DraftKings lineups. I'm going to build a lineup for the day slate. I'm going to settle on my big money lineup. And I'm going to have a mimosa. And I'm going to chill for an hour. And you're more than welcome to join me. But this is just my little victory lap. I want and just like spray it all over. Man, would that be fun. Nope. Not doing that. I should just dump the bottle into the OJ, but I got some OJ here. And we're just going to hang out on this for an hour. Is this, can you see? In front of the white glasses we can see. What up, Mets? We're drinking. Just a little bit of orange juice. Why do we need a ton of orange juice? It's really all about the booze. We're making our DraftKings lineups, and we're finishing the season strong. We got an hour, baby. Cheers to you, Checkdown gang. It's been a hell of a year, man. And this is the only people I want to send it out with. Mets, that's better. I'm down 54 heading into my last weekend. And it's winner take all, so I will likely see nothing. But, I'm having a great time. And my lineup is looking ragtag as fuck. But I got Derrick Henry starting for the first time this year. I've had him on my bench all year. I actually started him once. Good luck to you, sir. Cheers. Sterling Sharp has been out for 15 years, my guy. So is his brother Shannon. Sterling Sharp is out. I would not recommend any Giants pass catchers. It's just not reliable. It's just not reliable. We also set a career high today. This is our third different beverage inside of a show. That's a mark that we always strived for, but never hit it. We can go for the cycle next year. I'm not giving you the finger. Mets, is that a choose one? If that's a choose one, I'm probably going to go Collins. Sterling Sharp, ultimate team. I love it. I fucking love it, man. Neck injury. Ended a good career early. Billy Bob. Yeah, my boy. Cheers to you, my good man. Let me know who you want to start, guys. We are brunching it early here. Choose two. Fournette, Jamal Williams, or Alex Collins. So Alex Collins I love today. No perfect. And they just need it. He hasn't gotten volume though. Didn't do enough against the Colts to really like totally sway me. So I like Jamal Williams because I think that he's going to catch a lot of passes. Mets, if it was PPR though, I would lean more Williams off the bat. But I also like Collins. I'm worried about Buck Allen's value, but I also like Collins. No perfect. It's just so huge. I love when we're on the same page, Mets. I love it. Okay, I had a DraftKings question. Marty B or Juju in DraftKings? Let's go to the spreadsheet. So, Marty B is down here at 6,200. And where's Juji? Oh, Juji. He's got to be cheaper, right? Wait a second. No. Stop. Those are Landry Jones receivers today. No. No. There are real quarterbacks with real receivers that you can take today that are neither of those guys. I will not be taking Steelers wide receivers questions. No. You guys almost had me, though. You guys almost had me. Well, Kevin, the monetization is Super Chat with the emoji board. You pay, and I draw an emoji, and you ask whatever question you want, and then I draw the emoji. Look at how many times people gave me money this year. That's like $38. I bought a volleyball net. I didn't buy no. But that's gonna get framed. Super Chat exists, and then that we'll have Emoji Board Season 2 starting next year. And the goal is, with all the promo we're doing and all the hype that we'll do into the year, I'm trying to fill up Emoji Board Season 2 on week 1. I'm trying to fill it up week 1. I'm trying to spend most of the 3-hour show drawing emojis. If emojis are still a thing. No animojis, because I'm not that talented. I could barely draw regular emojis. This is the Tottenham bird. Do you see that? That's the Tottenham bird. That's not good. This is the Bears logo. That's the boat emoji. It's way too big. This is a coffin. It's like the thing I'm most proud of. Okay. Juju 7,300. You're not listening to me, Mike, in Salvation Gaming. I'm not paying for a receiver who is getting balls from Landry Jones. I don't care if it's the Browns. I literally don't care. Philip, Season 2 emoji board in Epi 1. That's exactly what The Good Place did? What does that even mean? What does that even mean? I've been told to watch The Good Place, and I haven't seen it. I've been told it's very good. Adams, if you haven't seen The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel on Amazon Prime, highly recommend that. Very good show. Very Jewish. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but a very good show. I'm drinking mimosas. Oh, Miss Maisel? A little inside baseball, but it's incredible. I never heard anything. Oh, The Good Place is inside The Good Place is inside baseball? How? Maisel's really good. If you can stream it, Amazon Prime, you will really, really like it. Like, out the gate. My mom binged it in a night, so that's literally how good it is. Okay. That reference was... Yeah, that reference was super inside baseball. I don't get it at all. But I hope you have a happy new year. And I want you to call in and sing the song that sums up your fantasy season. Oh, that's great. Gilmore Girls writer. Yeah, I liked it. But, yeah, my mom is not a binge watcher at all. She ripped through that thing. Tony Shalhoub was the seller. I missed this question. Gronk worth playing. There it is, Mike. So, Gronk to me is just too risky at that price point because I have guys that have legit need to win games that I could pay for. And I like the other tight ends that are drastically cheaper. It's tough because I obviously think Gronk is a monster. But I truly believe that the Patriots are going to try to pound this game out. There's no Wilkerson and no Leonard Williams for the Jets. Greg Olsen or Jimmy Graham? Jimmy Graham has been such a non-factor the last 3 weeks. Mr. Driscoll, as a famous music teacher used to say. Happy New Year, my guy. I'm drinking mimosas. It's the last episode of the show. I'm going to have another, actually. I'm going to crush this and crack another. I'm going to get wasted. So Gronk is just too much for me. At that price, I can get an elite back. I can get an elite receiver with a real workload. I'm just nervous that I can just get Ebron at a lower price and get so much more involvement on Gronk. I have people that are playing Bronk Grady stack that are totally fine with it. I think it's just too much money. And I went with Greg Olsen last week and he killed me. Greg Olsen's actively playing hurt. I think he can have a good game, but he's actively playing hurt. And I'm not sure how I feel about it. Armo! Last week of the year, can't hold anything back. What's going on? Clay Abron are great values. Mateo, think about this. The Bills got to get into the playoffs, winner in, and Charles Clay's healthy facing his former team. I do like me a little revenge game upside, baby. Gates, exactly. Gates against the Raiders defense that has no linebackers and has had trouble with the tight end position all season. So we're talking about Gates. We're talking about Ebron. We're talking about Clay. We could talk about Jack Doyle too, guys. Jack Doyle's a really good tight end play today. Those guys are all $2,000 cheaper than Gronk and can easily get in the end zone. We're obviously ignoring the beast game potential. But for me at tight end, I'm not seeking beast game potential. I'm thinking about Gronk as like, he's one of two absolute top tier guys that I can get. And when I think of absolute top tier guy, I need blow up upside. That's why I think I'm going to go with Julio and Cam maybe, or Keenan Allen. I love Fitzgerald at 68. If you're not playing Fitzgerald at 68, you're out of your fucking mind. If today's the last game with him and Arians, we got too much to cover. Let's go up the million. Let's go to Millie Maker. Millionaire hour. That's my spreadsheet in the corner. That's really funny. Let's open DraftKings. I gotta start this up. We gotta get popping. We got 47 minutes. We're only doing a 2-hour show today. Thank you so much for popping in today, guys. Last week of the season, you don't gotta do it. The theme of the day. Execute, execute, execute. It's a new year. It's a new day. It's time to pull down the pants of life and do what needs to be done. Woo! You're going to make a great moil someday. Oh, we did do old Greg last week. Fuck. The week flies by. Gronk gets less than 8. Be surprised he got over 20 because of games. No, exactly. Mateo, Gronk has incentives to hit. I think he's going to score. I don't think he's going to blow up at that price. I think you're going to lose money. Woo! Gallman or Gore? Salvation Gaming. I like Gore today. Gore, we got last possible career finale upside. Possible career finale upside. Let's get QuickTime up and let's start building our lineups because we got 40-something minutes. I could do one final draft on draft too. I would like that if you guys want to do that with me. If you guys want to name some studs for our draft on draft, it would be fitting that we ended our last epi of this season with a draft on draft because that's how I think we did that week 2 was our first one and we cashed for like 5 weeks in a row. It was litty. I want to give it to you all night, all night. My laptop is pleading with me to stop the madness. There's so much going on right now. Just please kill me. Help me. Armel, call up the show and give me your fantasy football song, your song that sums up your fantasy football season. Do you want to hear mine? D'Anthony Thomas for 3K. You know, I like him. I also like kind of like DeMarcus Robinson. I want to get the guys that were getting looks with the ones, and now that the ones are gone, they're the guy. Adams, I made that reference already. I already made that reference. Tired. Nick Foles, 3 to 4 series. That's it. Cowboys defense, sneaky play. Zeke, sneaky play. Zeke, sneaky play. I think Zeke and Amari Cooper are sneaky plays today because they both just want to finish the year on a high note. They're very concerned with that. And I think that's fair. Salud. All right. Let's get DraftKings open here. Whew. Nick Foles, 3 to 4 series, and then that's it. Oh, there it is. Look, you see it. We got texts. Cause it's all in my head. I think about it over and over again. That's a song that sums up my fantasy football season, if you couldn't tell. All 16 games, all 16 games, all 16 games. Let's enter something for the mini special. Okay. So what if Cam was our quarterback? It helps the Jerry Jones narrative that Goodell effed the Cowboys with the Zeke suspension. Why did Goodell F the Cowboys with the Zeke suspension? If Zeke was just so not adamant about his innocence, if Zeke would just chill, locked up by Akon. How about I flip that and say, you can put the blame on me. Locked up was so... Akon just... God, talk about coming out with bangers out the gate. Good Lord, Akon. God. Good God, my good God, Akon. All right. Let's get this started. Locked up. I'm locked up. Fucking Akon. Such a monster. Akon was a titan of the industry. And a real champion of the game. Good time, Styles P. Nice, nice. Now we're getting into it. Give me more. What song summed up your fantasy football season? I want to know. You can think of this as I add Cam to my lineup and see what I could do here. If I get Cam, there's so many cheap running backs to spend on. I love Carlos Hyde with no staying alive. You know what? That's funny because I thought about I Will Survive. Got 5,700 left for a lineup in need of a wide receiver. Well, let's go through it, man. I'm right here. No queen, no queen, no queen. I told you, man. I told you I'd kick you off the show. You'll never be on this show again. 5,700. Oh, dude, 5,700? Cole or Ted Ginn, easily. Keelan Cole or Ted Ginn, easily. But the fact that you can get Amari Cooper that low is honestly stupid, but I wouldn't. Crash and burn, nice, dude. Don't play Cam, don't play Cam. On the road, yep. Okay, you talked me into it. You made a good argument. I watched that Panthers defense fail to get off the field about 150 times. You can't call. Already have Cole. Yeah, Salvation Gaming. Yeah. All right, let's go back to the well then. Okay, so here's a deep sleeper that I didn't get into the show yet, but I think can really produce today. And you can, dude, we all know Armel can't hit the actual notes. But Salvation, have you looked at if there's anywhere you want to upgrade? If you go with, where is he? Not Jerry and Grant, not Will Snead, not Adam Humphries. Boom. Kenny Galladay. We're talking 8 targets in his last game. 8 targets. Now he's against the Packers. He's the big play guy. The number 3 wide receiver for Detroit is on injured reserve. It's Galladay now. So Galladay is both the deep guy and a red zone guy. Galladay had a monster game week 1. Right? And then he got hurt, right? This is possible. 2 touchdowns week 1 when he was 3,600. Now he's 3,300. Just stick with me, man. Stick with me, Jerry. Will Fuller, good play. Not crazy about it. I've heard Will Fuller good, but I'm not crazy about it. I think since I stumbled on Kareem Hunt early, now the last 4 weeks I've had Jimmy G. My song is Oops, I Did It Again. Yes. That is so good. That is so good. I started the season 6-0 and then I missed the playoffs, so you could say, I keep on falling. Tim, my man. Raise that banner for me, Tim. I love it. Tim, today people are... When one of us makes it, we all make it. Tim, look. First of all, we're thanking everybody in our feed. Everybody's getting thanks. Everybody's getting thanks. Everybody's getting a shout out. And if you want to call and sing a song that sums up your fantasy season, I'll let you sing Death Grips on the show right now. So that's just for you, man. But we're doing our Millie Maker. We're trying to put together our millionaire lineups to end the season here. We're only going till 12. So thank everybody for hanging out for the next 40 minutes. Let me get DraftKings back up. This Gruden stuff is so annoying, man. It's not true. But yeah, Kenny Golladay, man. If you think you can improve somewhere else, Kenny Galladay's a good pickup today at 3,300. That is so insanely cheap when you look at the players around him. Ugh, good lord. But your question was about that 5,000 range. So I want to actually answer that question. I do think Ted Ginn is a really good choice there. Amari Cooper, we know his upside, but let's try to win some money rather than try to like reinvent the wheel here. And let's just go with what we do. And I think Ted Ginn is going to have a fine day. Someone Tanya Harding Melvin Gordon's ankle so I can play Oliver. This is majority an East Coast show, so I cannot be doing that. Kevin, you super chatting mother flipper. What can I do you for, big guy? Golladay at 3,300 is crazy value. Don't worry, man. Don't worry about it. Everything is everything. If you want me to draw something on the board for you, I think my black marker still works. I'm going to get a whole new set next year. Black still works and orange still works. And I'm going to make myself another mimosa because it's the last day of the season. Think about what I can draw you, man. Tim, we're drinking today, by the way. Last episode of the year. Can't hold anything back. Don't worry about it, man. So, Kenny Golladay is a good value. I don't know if I'm going to team him up. I don't know if I'm going to team him up with Stafford, though. I do like Stafford, and if we're going to be frank, the Lions don't have a run game. The Lions' passing game is their run game. Nah, my man. I got the baby bells. I got the baby bells today. It's a 4-pack, so I have 2 now and 2 later. That will be the end of the show. That's the series finale. That's a great series finale. Just do the show off some bum-ass gateway laptop and just like, it's just lagging so hard the whole people like, what is going on here? And then the end, oh my god. Have you guys ever seen, there was like a 4chan post where some kid wanted help with his laptop and he was like making posts and kids were trolling him and they're like, yeah, just put it in the microwave. Just put it in the microwave for like 5 seconds. Switch. Let's draw a $, baby. I love it. Switch Doxson and Amendola for Cole and Galladay. I don't like it. I love it. I'm going to get to that $. I only have black. But I'm busy, man. I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman. Let me handle my business. Damn. Crowder could have a decent day. I'm really just torn about quarterback right now. I like the idea of Matt Ryan, man. Matt Ryan at home, needing to get to the playoffs. Carolina's D got torched by Jameis last week. Soft. I'm going to go Matt Ryan. I'm going to do it. Because I also know that nobody else is going Matt Ryan. It's a good pick. Matt Ryan, Julio, Fitz is my core right now. Sanu, you know what? I've had some Sanu stuff. Oh, if you want to call me the Gary V of fantasy football, baby. Kevin, I'll put that on I'll get that tattooed on my lower back. You want to keep perpetuating that. I'm all in love with that phrase, man. That makes me feel real big. Sorry. All right. Rex equals only relevant in Dynasty. Don't play Rex. Are you going to eat Rex Burkhead today? No, Jeff. First of all, Jeff, welcome to the show late. Jeff, I put your name at the bottom. Jeff, you don't even know. Jeff, your name has been running on the show for a full hour now, by the way. It's coming around. It just restarted, Jeff. But Rex Burkhead scored his 6 touchdowns. He actually had 4 touchdowns in 2 weeks, you paunch. So I will not be eating a picture. If you're new to the show, at the beginning of the season, I started Rex Burkhead week 1, and then I said if Rex Burkhead doesn't score 6 touchdowns, I will eat a picture of his face. Excuse me, it's a family show. That was supposed to be today. Today was my judgment day. James White is out. James White is out. So Jeff, instead of eating a picture of Rex Burkhead's face, I'm drinking mimosas. Only Bolden and Deion Lewis for Pats, Mike. You know it, and boy, does it feel good. I'm going to ride Deion Lewis. Do what you want with that image. Pinky out. Oh, pinky out. Oh, you know it, dog. Let's get back to this lineup. Back to the matter at hand. No, not what I wanted. Not the verse I wanted. Back to the La Familia I'll align with. Before I betray them, I slim my wrists. At the top is just us. Cause I don't really trust. And we made it through the hurricane. Celebrating like the Mary Jane. We gonna make it, that's on everything. Juice girls get hot naked, Earth Spring. They tell them, hey Kanye, we need you to go deeper like Tazon Day. Said my verses got pain, chocolate rain, so many lies of photograph at him. That got that wrong. Fuck. Family show, sorry. Okay, Fitzgerald and Jones. That's who I want. That's a lot of money, but I'm so willing to pay it. Because the running backs this week are disgustingly cheap. I kind of want Cole, but Cole's ankle makes me nervous. So if I actually did go Kenny G, a little lower. That's what's up. I didn't take Deion Lewis in my flex yet. I don't know if I have the money. A little lower. That's what's up. I got 44. Oh, I got plenty of money here. I do love Jack Doyle today. What's his targets like? It's insane. 10 targets, 8 targets the last 2 weeks. But no toadies. The snow game, he had the toady. 5'8", 5'9", 14, 7, 11. But then look at Ebron's targets, my guys. Look at Ebron's targets. 8, 7, 11. Are you kidding me? Oh, Kevin, that's awesome. Yeah, my buddy has been at multiple Jets drafts. Actually, let's go look this up. Let's look up my buddy Damien at the draft. Let's look up Damien at the draft. This is one of my coworkers, and he got good seats, and they were like, hey, just go nuts when they pick the Jets guy. Man, Galladay. A little lower. That's what's up. Crazy Jets fan. He doesn't watch the show, so we can still look at his face and make fun of him. Oh, he's like very upset at the draft. Oh, it's all Fireman Ed. No. No. Not Fireman Ed, Google. Specifically not Fireman Ed. I don't see... Oh, there he is. It's the Geno pick. I don't see Gary V here, but this is our friend Damien. I never get tired of this. Imagine getting a good seat to the draft, and all they say is like, hey, when they make your pick, get really mad. No, I don't want... I just want the image. Yeah, just view image. I think it's a GIF, actually. This is so good. I'll never get sick of this. This is our idiot friend. D. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. Geno can't play. Oh my God, that's so good. I'm glad you guys watched that with me. I'm glad we got to enjoy that. He did not want Geno Smith. No, he did not. Google image Gary V Jets draft. I will. Right after I put your dollar up on the board. I got a nice little space for it right here. We posted this Houston Astros logo before Game 7 too. Not that anybody's counting, but I am. I can do better. I can do better. I can do better, and I will do better. I refuse to not do better. 27 minutes, guys, in our last Checkdown episode of the season. I'm working on my DFS lineup. I really like Dion Lewis. Okay, so it's like Matt Ryan, Julio, Fitz, Dion Lewis, Ebron. And that's who I am like locked into, I think. And then we're just going to go play with it. Dollar bills, y'all. 2 lines in the dollar bill, just 1 line. James White and Chris Hogan are out. Who does not want Geno Smith? Oh, we just looked at a picture of our friend at the draft. There's a GIF of him at the draft, and he does not want Geno Smith. Here, I'll show you. Salvation Gaming. Look. He does not want Geno Smith at the draft. It's this guy. It's this guy that does not want Geno Smith at the draft. He did not want to draft Geno Smith. Daydreamer, dreaming about the day, rest of the day. Wow, what a crazy lasting image that I cannot get out of my memory. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's go back to the Millie Maker, because I honestly, you guys ask your questions. What about me? What about me? What about my Millie lineup? Eric Flowers checked out, and now he's inactive. Sick. Keep starting those Giants, guys. Eric Flowers, quote-unquote, checked out. That's exactly what I want to hear from my top 15 pick. Get the hell out of here. I was making a lineup, and now it's gone. Is the Millie Maker filling up? No, not even close. 20,000 empty spaces. Mini special is kind of filling up. Give me this. Give me this. Give me this. Matt Ryan, right? He's so cheap. Are you kidding me? That's the MVP at under $6,000 you're talking to. Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, L. Larry, okay? Fortnite stream right now. Modding and subbing to all. Guess what, Easy Money G? You're in a fantasy football show, you paunch. Thanks for coming in and trying to hijack my stream. What do you think I am, Matthew Berry? Bow, you've been timed out. Fortnite's a fun game, though. I like Fortnite. Matt Ryan, Julio. L. Larry. We need Dion Lewis, right? We said we'd get Dion Lewis. You know who's not a bad pick that nobody is saying? Bilal Powell. Bilal Powell is not a bad pick because Matt Forte is out and the Patriots cannot defend the run. I'm worried about McGuire getting out of the backfield, but Bilal Powell is not in the slightest a bad pick. Imagine if we get like 30 carries from Brandon Bolden today. Super litty. Super litty. Give me, you know what? Give me Marvin Jones. Let's go super cheap on all the running backs and super expensive on the receivers because we can. Give me Hyde. I fucking love Hyde this week. I love Hyde and Henry this week. I don't know which receivers to start, okay? I don't know. But I can tell you which running backs I like 9 times out of 12. Crowder, Hilton, or Goodwin. If I had to pick one, I'm picking Hilton. Big game, 10 catches against the Ravens. So what are the Texans going to do about that? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? She's a dream weaver. Dreamweaver was not a song to sum up my fantasy football season, but it is a certified banger. I got $3,200 to spend on a tight end, and that is fine by me. Except that all these guys are so bad. Oh my God. What about the Chiefs? Where's the Chiefs backup? Chiefs Winchester. Oh, what about Shag Hennessy? 2,500. Yo, O'Shaughnessy was all over it last week. Are you kidding me? 5 for 40 and a toady. Oh, Kevin, that's awesome, dude. I did stand up for a while, and I'm looking about. It is Harris for Kansas City. That's what I'm looking for. Look at the Steelers inactives. Ha ha ha! Look at that shit. That's crazy. I did stand up for a while. I did stand up from 2011 to 2013. Granted, that was a while ago, but thank you, Mateo. I really appreciate it. But I would like to see your work. If you tweet me a link to your work, I will 100% check it out. Yeah, I want to get back into it, but I'm living in New Jersey right now, and I would rather focus on fantasy in New Jersey. And oh, slow dancing in a burning room. Very good. Very good. That's very good. Slow dancing in a burning room to sum up your fantasy football season. I really like that one. That's really good. You're right. It is Harris. 2,500. Oh my God, he's so cheap. You understand? The Broncos are so bad covering the tight end. It's such a punt play, though. It's such a, oh my God. It's such a risky play if you're going to start Harris, Mike. But I don't know, man. I just have I want to maximize my money, but I honestly really don't. The problem is I really like the rest of my team, but I know that I can go cheaper on players I also like. I can't go get Gronk. I have $3,200 left, and I don't know where to cut my money. So if I'm gonna seriously cut my money, ooh, Harris Mahomes, you are a bad man, Mike. You couldn't host my show because your stones would take up the entire screen. You got huge stones, Mike Partridge. Oh my God, Mahomes, Demetrius Harris stack. You freak. Ugh. Blah. What did Gates get bumped up to? Can I get Gates? That'll make this real easy. Antonio Gates is now $4,200. Great. $1,700 difference in 1 week. Kill me. Kittle and Selleck split touches. It's not sustainable. Yeah, that's definitely a sink or swim lineup. So here's the thing. I like all my guys. I like every single guy on this list. But if I take out Marvin Jones, because he's the guy I probably like the least, and I replace him with, Jarvis Landry's really good. It's a family show, I'm sorry. T.Y. Hilton, a lot of pros are going to be on T.Y. Hilton. If I put it on Keelan Cole, now we got tight end money to spend. But not enough for Gates. That is insane. Damn, guys. Talk to me. Talk to me. Tell me your name. I like Doyle and I like Ebron, but I didn't know I'd be spending that much on them this week because I feel like they were way cheaper last week. Deion Lewis, Hyde, Henry. I love Henry this week. If I take Lewis out and go Jamal Williams, we're playing football. These receivers are so dirty. This is as cheap as it gets with the receivers that I like. If I wanted to... Oh, Ted Ginn, though. Well, see, now I'm set. Look at this. Ryan to Julio, Hyde, Lewis, Fitzgerald's last game, Ted Ginn blow-up spot, terrible slot receivers, Michael Thomas hurt, Ebron, Derrick Henry, Niners D. You can go ahead and submit that bitch. I'm very upset. I also have these lineups that I made. Henry. Oh, that's like exactly what I just made. That is what I just made, and I entered it. The only difference in this is it's the exact same thing, just reordered. So it's the pre-show. It's the lineup I made pre-show. It's just ordered differently. This first and second one. That's really funny. Ooh, Stafford mega stack. Let me see it. This is early only. I love that. Early only is very fun. It doesn't have $20 buy-in lineup is Cousins, Drake, Hilton, Crowder, Salvation. You're putting in a $20 buy-in, but you need to enter the $8 mini millionaire special because this $200K to first. You can't pass up on that chance if this lineup explodes. Just take an extra $8. Don't buy a sandwich for lunch tomorrow and nut up and get this winning lineup some cash. I'm iffy on Gordon too. If you are paying for Gordon, why not also pay for... Because Gordon's banged up. We know he's banged up. And if they get a lead, they're not going to bang on him. So this was originally Hyde, obvi. But if you're going to pay for Gordon, that means you can also get Drake. It's PPR, my guy. David Johnson. But you're right. There's a huge fall off after Gordon. You're either going to pay up $100 and get Ingram, which I don't hate at all, and Kamara. God, Shady McCoy's so expensive. Let's make another lineup with Shady in it. Let's go cheap on receiver. This was Hyde. I got to get him back in. Hello. I want to work on these all day, but I also need to write a playoff bracket up as soon as the show ends. So it's like, I'm not going to tinker as soon as the show ends. I'm going to be Steelers giving up 5.7. Can you guys see this? You guys seeing this? You guys heard about this? You guys seen this? You guys heard about this? Just everybody take a second and read this tweet from Evan Silva. I'm gonna get Kroll in a lineup. She bangs, oh baby, when she moves. That's She Bangs. Big rings, nice. I knew it'd take you a second. That is fantastic. Big rings, you dirty motherfucker. That is so good. Oh, Big Rings is really funny. Future doesn't do drugs. It's just a front. I learned that. Future doesn't actually do drugs. It's a front to show people the lifestyle. Crowell is less than 4,000? Are you kidding me? Read it to us. Sorry. I got to pull the tweet up. The tweet was essentially that okay, I memorized it. The Steelers are giving up 5.7 yards per carry since Ryan Shazier exited the lineup. Today, the Steelers deactivated Cameron Hayward, who is Pro Football Focus's #2 run-stopping D-end in 3-4 sets. Will the Browns run the ball? That was the tweet. So that's what we're looking at. I got no problem throwing Crow in a lineup. He's the Crow. Who's passed on? Who has thrown the ball on the Packers lately? Have the Packers been surrendering? Hey, D, what's up? I just need to look, okay? Duke Johnson, also a good play, but I think Crow's been getting... I don't understand how I type pro-erf and it wouldn't give me pro-ref. Jeez, man. Jeez, Lageez. Guys, don't drink mimosas on the check down. You're going to end up drunk by noon, all right? You got a big day ahead of you. It's a long day. It's New Year's. You got to chase it with coffee because the caffeine kind of... Well, let's kill it first, and then let's go back to coffee. All right, so last time against the Lions, Matt Stafford had 311. But recently, kind of shut down the Vikings, got blown up by Cam, got blown up by Kaiser. Got blown up by Ben. Jameis did his thing. Flacco, 190. Jameis did not do his thing. 77 yards. Good Lord. So that's funny. The Packers haven't only allowed one 300-yard passer this year. And the Lions only went 233. I want Stafford. I'm not crazy about it. Want Stafford, not crazy about it. Want Stafford, not crazy about it. Live look at the Packers defense. Oh, they benched everybody. They benched everybody. They got nobody left. Oh, it's so sad. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Get back to the millionaire hour. That's what you're going to do. Hey, Complex. I didn't ask for this, but thank you. I didn't ask for that. Complex Mag. What's going on, Greg? Go get Gucci Garoppolo. You know, I thought about it. He's so expensive, though. My guy. Vance Joseph might get the can. Shefty. So this is a day-only QB. There's not a lot of options. I like Brissett. The Texans' defense is getting gadded. Marvin Jones does beast. Kittle and bits. Yeah, you keep giving me 49ers. I keep telling you no. I don't know. These cheap receivers are a really rough week because there are so many cheap running backs. So why wouldn't you just pay up for an expensive receiver and take a cheap running back? But Thielen's got incentives to hit. This is early only, by the way, so those guys are not available. Neither of those guys are available. Salvation Gaming. We're doing an early only lineup. What am I doing here? Get me there. Get me there. Go to early lineups, my guy. Flex on him. Ooh, give me the loot. Give me the loot. Give me the loot. Give me the loot. Cowboys D against David Fales. For the late slate, though, McCoy or Kamara. I love McCoy, and the Bills got to get to the playoffs, dude. This is a win and in game. Tanner, where you got to get, man? Where you got to get? I'm 10 minutes out. Hit the theme song. I don't give a fuck. The show is ending for the year. I love you guys. This has been the most fun I've ever had in this room in my life. How about Theo Riddick? I mean, he's cheap. That's Diamonds from Sierra Leone. Play my theme song. Evan Silva. Cowboys expected to play starters. This is a good Zeke game. It is a good Zeke game. I'm going to miss this song. I hope you miss that song. Oh, I'll see you for Season 2. Season 2 is locked and confirmed. And I might be doing some Twitch stuff in the next couple weeks. I don't know. Lil' Kim playing defense. You never hear this part. I'll play this thing in its entirety because it's the last time you're going to hear it for like 6 months. As I find a defense. Vikings at home always. Corey Clement, very interesting. Oh no, it's Kanye! If I won a title, this would have been my song, baby. But I got a Week 17 final today. Let's finish strong. It's a family show. Week 17, why not? What do you guys think about this? Looks pretty good. No dollars remaining. I'm entering it. That's now, Sunday afternoon. Until you have a daughter, that's what I call karma, and you pray to God. You didn't see that. You didn't see that. That was fun. That was fun. That was so fun. Oh, man, I wish we could do real songs the whole time. Nabil knows what's good, my man. Catherine, are the Bills going to win? You know what? It would be very Bills if they didn't. And I would say that much. To me, it'd be very Bills if they didn't. And to be fair, I think they have the better team today. But I'm not so sure that this is their fight. I'm 15 cents sure this empty. That's funny. Can I reserve lineup? Can I just save this lineup, please? Nope, can't do it. Oh, man. I think Catherine gets the last question of the Checkdown season. That's actually super impressive. I like this for my early-only lineup. I have to go put in my Millie Maker lineup. I have to put in a playoff bracket. I got to get into MS Paint. I do think the Browns win. The Browns have so little excuses today. The Steelers are completely gutted. If the Browns don't get it done, they should be disbanded, and Hugh Jackson should definitely be fired. I don't know how he's not getting fired. Gotta go back to coffee, man. We're getting wasted. I don't see how the Browns don't win the game. They should be able to just run the ball all day today, Vincent. Like, literally all day. That's it, man. Week 17 in the books. It's been 2 real. It's been 3 real. It's been for real. It's been 5 real. I'm going to miss you. Not nice talking, my dude. First time tuning in. Got my sub. See you next year. Oh, man. Salvation. I really appreciate that. On Twitter, at the Rick Rosen. I'm going to try to do some stuff in the middle of the offseason. I don't know when we're going to pick this back up. Mike Partridge, sub. Find me on Twitter, at the Rick Rosen. Mike, Kevin, and Salvation all showed up today for the first time. I wasn't going to do a Week 17 show, and now I'm so glad I did. And I can't wait to see you guys when training camp starts back up. I will be here wearing my Josh Rosen customized jersey. Oh, DFS, my buddy who does DFS lineups just said if Cam Newton has 4 TDs today, I will give away $10 via PayPal. I love that. I guess he's going with Cam. I can't say I don't hate it. Wow, that's amazing. Have a great day, guys. Have a great new year. Happy, healthy. Ringo Starr is such a... Oh, man, that sucks. I'm sorry. Nothing personal with Ringo. He wrote a song about an octopus. But, you know, there's other musicians that can get... There's other people that could get knighted. But, good for him, I guess. Is that live? Is that live right now? Whatever. Meghan Markle's the future. The king's out. The queen is out. Markle's in. That's what the real is. Knighthood John the Shark. That's so good. Knighthood really went down. It's not all it's cracked up to be. Who's going number 1 next year? Your number 1 pick next year is Todd Gurley, and it's not even close. Todd Gurley is going to go number 1 in drafts. The offense is revamped and revitalized. He's getting into the passing game. He's getting running. He's getting passing looks. He's getting goal line looks. He's getting goal line passing looks, which for a running back is stupid. He's totally taken shots away from the number 2 running back. He's the horse, and he deserves it. Todd Gurley is going to be on every magazine come June. You can bet it. You heard it here. It's your boy, Cambridge. I had a good time hanging with you today. I definitely think the Steelers can take the 1 if they want it. It's up to them, but the Browns have something to say about it. The Browns most certainly want to get that win today, but I want to see a parade, so I'm kind of on board. Thanks, man. Cambridge, I really appreciate it. Let's play our final theme song of the year. In Yiddish, they call this Nachas. I'm getting such Nachas right now. I'm feeling so emotional. It's been an incredible year. I feel I couldn't have asked for a more fun season with amazing people. The Checkdown 2017, baby. Emoji board, you've been great. Football, you've been great. I got a custom mug. I might drink out of it next year. Stay strong, keep gaming, keep grinding, be good, do your research, do your homework, and then come to me, and we'll confirm guts. It's all about your gut, baby. You know, it's the bad boy of fantasy, Gary V of fantasy, better than Barry. Hashtag reverence for irreverence. The Checkdown. The only show going live solo dolo 3 hours on YouTube. You know what it is, and you know what it isn't. I can't believe I'm about to say goodbye for the year. It really is emotionally stressful. I love you guys. It's been an incredible year. Had so much fun. Get the X. You don't need anything on 4K. 4K is overrated. Xbox games are going downhill anyway. Build a PC. Build a PC. This is it. The final last couple seconds of Checkdown 2017. I still think I'm going to start Cam in a big lineup because I think he's going to have a big day. But I love Matt Ryan. I just get so frustrated watch Matt Ryan miss Julio over and over again. You guys are amazing. It's 12 o'clock. I love you. Have a great day. Go win a championship. Find me on Twitter. Tell me how you did. And I will see you next season. The Checkdown is over and out for 2017. Happy New Year. Love each other. Be good and stay.